Hello everyone, welcome to my chemistry. In this video, we are going to discuss about the Frost circle used in aromaticity. Let's see. So this Frost circle is otherwise known as polygon method or polygon encircle method. This was first introduced by the Frost. He came from American chemist in 1953. So he published this method in 1953. So after his publishing, this method is named as Frost circle or polygon method. So this system is only applicable to aromatic and anti-aromatic compounds. So Frost circle is only applicable to aromatic and anti-aromatic compounds, and it also gives the diamagnetic and paramagnetic nature. So this Frost circle used to study the diamagnetic and paramagnetic nature of the aromatic compounds. So there are some criteria to draw the Frost circle. Let's see the criteria. The first criteria is a circle of center of 2 alpha and the radius of 4 beta is drawn. So first we have to draw one circle, and second, so the polygon or cyclic compounds which we have to going to study are kept inside the circle. So the second step is the polygon or cyclic compound which we are going to study should be kept inside the circle. Next, so one of the vertex of the cyclic compound should be at bottom of the circle. One of the vertex of the cyclic compound should be bottom of the circle. And fourth, and draw the horizontal line for each atoms which represents the energy levels. And fifth, so draw a horizontal line to the center of the circle. Draw a horizontal line to the center of the circle. The line below the horizontal line, they are bonding orbitals. Above the horizontal line, the energies are called anti-bonding orbitals. So let's apply this Frost circle method to the cyclic compounds. Example. So let's take a 3-membered cyclic compound. It is a cyclopropene. As per Huckel's theory, for aromatic, the compound should be cyclic, second one planar, and third extended conjugation, and fourth, we should obey 4n+2 pi rule. If it is obey all the criteria, the above criteria, then the compound will be considered as aromatic. Okay. If it for anti-aromatic, So I told you already, this Frost circle is only applicable for aromatic and anti-aromatic compounds. For anti-aromatic system, again the compound should be cyclic, planar, that is the carbon atoms has sp2 hybrid carbon atom, and it has extended conjugation. And in anti-aromatic, instead of 4n plus 2 pi rule, it should obey 4n rule. So they are the criteria for anti-aromatic system. So let's see, the cyclopropene has 2 pi electron and positive charge. So it is a cyclic molecule and it is a planar, all the carbon are sp2, and it has extended conjugation and it obeys 4n plus 2 pi rule. That is, if n equal to 0, it becomes 2 pi electron. So it obeys same aromatic system. So let's apply the Frost method for this system. For Frost method, first we have to draw the circle. After drawing the circle, the polygon, that is the 3-membered ring, should be kept inside the circle. So inside the circle, you have to draw the polygon. At the third point, one of the vertex should be at the bottom. In cyclopropene, this is having 3 vertex, 1, 2, 3. So I told you already, so one of the vertex should be at the bottom, that is, at the bottom it has only one atom at the bottom. Minimum number of atoms could be gone at the bottom. So it is wrong. So instead of this, so we have to draw like this. If we compare here, at the bottom it has 2 atoms. But here only having 1 atom. So this is the correct way of writing Frost circle. So at the bottom, the vertex should has only 1 atom. So all the vertex should be touch the circle. Then after this, draw the energy levels. So these are the energy levels. So this is alpha B plus beta, the energy level of this cyclopropane, which is from Huckel molecular orbital theory. And now this cyclopropane has, and draw the horizontal line over here in the center of the circle. The lines below the horizontal line, they are bonding molecular orbital. The lines above the horizontal line, they are anti-bonding molecular orbital. AB MO, anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now the cyclopropane has 2 electrons. So put the 2 electrons. We put the 2 electrons according to the alpha principle. So it has 2 electrons at the alpha plus beta. So bonding molecular orbital occupies the 2 electron. Now this is tells that the bonding molecular orbital has 2 electrons fully filled. So now it is aromatic. And cyclopropenyl cation is a diamagnetic in nature. Diamagnetic in nature. So it's a fully filled, so it is aromatic. So antibonding molecular orbital does not contain any electron. So it is the HOMO, highest occupied molecular orbital, and this is LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. And see one more example. This 3-membered ring which having a heteroatom oxygen. So its name it is oxyring. So again use the polygon method. Draw the circle and draw the polygon inside the circle by one of the vertex should be pointing down, and draw the horizontal line to the circle. Draw the energy levels. So this is bonding molecular orbital and represents this is anti-bonding molecular orbital. And this oxyring, this lone pair of electrons involved in the conjugation. So it has 4 electrons now. So now fill the 4 electrons according to the alpha principle. So putting down 2 electrons here in anti-bonding, then rest of the 2 electrons here. So it has 4 electrons. So this is now in anti-bonding orbital they are having 2 unpaired electrons. So totally 4 pi electrons. 4 pi electron means it obeys 4n rule, hence this is anti-aromatic and paramagnetic. Why it is anti-aromatic? There are 2 electrons in the anti-bonding molecular orbital, so hence it is anti-aromatic. So it has 2 unpaired electrons. We know that if any compound have any unpaired electrons in the system, then it is paramagnetic. So from the Frost circle, we conclude that the aromatic compounds are diamagnetic in nature, anti-aromatic compounds are paramagnetic in nature. Let's see the rest of the examples. And third example, take the 4-member ring, that is cyclobutadiene. Cyclobutadiene has 4 pi electron, hence it is anti-aromatic. It obeys 4n rule, hence it is anti-aromatic. Let's use the Frost circle to confirm the anti-aromaticity. Draw the circle. So cyclobutadiene has 4 vertices. 4 vertices means you should not draw like this. This is a wrong. So instead of this, I told you already. So one of the vertex should be pointing down. That is at the bottom. It has only minimum number of atoms. So and draw the energy horizontal line which represents the non-bonding orbital, and below this is bonding molecular orbital, above this anti-bonding molecular orbital. So from the Huckel molecular orbital theory, it has alpha plus 2 beta energies and 2 degenerate orbitals, degenerate levels, that is alpha, and this is alpha minus 2 beta. So this is the Frost circle for cyclobutadiene. So draw the horizontal line for each atoms. So these are the energy levels. This is alpha plus 2 beta, alpha, and alpha minus 2 beta. This is bonding molecular orbital. This is anti-bonding molecular orbital. And if you put the electrons, there are 4 electrons in the cyclobutadiene. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. So again, it has 2 unpaired electrons in this non-bonding energy level. Hence it is anti-aromatic, and as I told you already, anti-aromatic compounds are paramagnetic. If you see again, there are 2 unpaired electrons. So cyclobutadiene is a paramagnetic nature. So this cyclobutadiene has 2 unpaired electrons in this energy level. So it has diradical nature. Because of this diradical nature, it leads to dimerase. So the molecule undergo dimerase itself. Let's see. So it undergo dimerase like this. It forms. After dimerization, it forms the adduct like this. So this is called a Diels-Alder reaction. So this is due to the 2 unpaired electrons present in the orbitals. Okay. And fourth, if you take one more example, cyclobutadiene cation, which has 2 pi electron. 2 pi electron means it obey the 4n plus 2 rule, and it is aromatic. But it is not a aromatic due to the sp3 carbon, hence it is non-aromatic. So Frost circle is not applicable to non-aromatic system. Let's go for the 5-member ring system. Cyclopentadiene. So if you draw the Frost circle for this, so draw the energy levels, draw the center line, that is horizontal line, which represents non-bonding orbital. This bonding molecular orbital, and this is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now this cyclopentadiene has 4 electrons. So fill the 4 electrons like this. So, again it having unpaired electrons in this level. So hence it is anti-aromatic and paramagnetic. So it obeys 4n rule. And one more example. Or we see here, this is 1, 2, 3. This negative charge involved in the conjugation, and here this oxygen atom. Both are 5-member ring, but one of the negative charges, carbon is replaced by this oxygen. So electronegative atom. So this oxygen donated its electron for the delocalization. So it having 6 pi electrons, and this also having 6 pi electrons. So draw the Frost circle for this. If you draw the Frost circle and draw the horizontal line, so below this line they are bonding molecular orbital, above the line anti-bonding molecular orbital. So this bonding molecular orbital, totally it has 6 pi electrons. So 6 pi electrons are here. Hence this have aromatic, fully filled orbitals. Hence it is aromatic 6 pi electrons. So obeys 4n plus 2 pi rule. Hence it is diamagnetic. So both the compounds obeys aromaticity. So hence it is aromatic. So one more thing I forgot to say here. The total energy of cyclobutadiene from the Huckel molecular orbital. So the total energy, the alpha plus 2 beta is the energy level. It has 2 electrons. So alpha plus 2 beta, and the 2 degenerate levels, that is 2 alpha having 2 electrons. So totally 2 alpha plus 4 beta and 4 alpha. So 4 alpha. So 2 electrons in the 6 alpha plus 4 beta. That is the energy, total energy of sorry 2 alpha. So 4 alpha plus 4 beta is the total energy of cyclobutadiene. Okay. So this was in the case of 5-member ring. For 6-member ring, let's take the example of benzene. For benzene, draw the circle, Frost circle. Now it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vertices, that is 6 carbon atoms. So the lowest carbon and draw the horizontal line over here. This is non-bonding orbital. Below this bonding molecular orbital, above this anti-bonding molecular orbital. And as the energy level, 6 energy levels. So the 6 energy levels, 2 of the energy levels are degenerate levels. So this is horizontal line, non-bonding, bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is alpha plus 2 beta, alpha plus beta. These are the energies, and alpha minus beta and alpha minus 2 beta. So totally it has 6 energy levels. It has 6 pi electrons. So fill the 6 pi electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 pi electrons in the bonding molecular energy orbital. Hence this compound is highly aromatic and highly diamagnetic. Highly aromatic and highly diamagnetic. So the extra stabilization of aromaticity of benzene is due to the bonding molecular orbital occupies the 6 electrons. Hence it is highly aromatic and diamagnetic in nature. So the total energy of benzene, if you see the total energy of benzene from the Huckel molecular orbital, So take the electrons which are having the energy levels. So alpha plus 2 beta having 2 electrons. So alpha plus 2 beta. And calculating of total energy like this. And takes 2 alpha. There are 2 degenerate levels, that is alpha plus beta, having the 4 electrons. So 2 into alpha plus beta and one more 2 into alpha plus beta. So if you 2 alpha plus 4 beta, again 2 alpha plus 2 beta, 2 alpha plus 2 beta. We count 2, 4, 6. So 6 alpha, beta, 4 beta, 6 beta and 8 beta. So the total energy of benzene is 6 alpha and 8 beta. So this is for 6-member ring. So the same is used for pyridine, pyrimidine, beryllium cation. So all these are aromatic. All these are aromatic and having the Frost cycle the similar way of benzene. It has 6 pi electron. It is aromatic. The nitrogen does not give its lone pair for the delocalization because already having sp2 nitrogen having pi bond. So it has 6 pi electron. Again it's aromatic. And this also does not give its lone pair for the delocalization. Again it's a 6 pi electron aromatic. So base 4n plus 2 pi rule and it's aromatic. And the similar way of Frost cycle is here. So hence all the compounds obeying this method and it's aromatic. And if you take this example, cyclohexadienal cation, 4 pi electron, it should be anti-aromatic. But this carbon is sp3 carbon, hence it is a non-aromatic. Okay. Let's see another examples in 7-member ring. So in 7-member ring, take this example. So draw the Frost circle. To see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertices. So 7 vertex means the one of the vertex should be pointed down. Sorry, wrong. So draw the horizontal line. So these are the energy levels. This is non-bonding orbital, it's a bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. And if you fill the electrons, so this is the horizontal line, bonding and anti-bonding. So totally it has 6 pi electron. So if you put the electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 pi electron, hence it is aromatic and diamagnetic. So 6 pi electrons in the bonding molecular orbital, hence it is aromatic. Next take 8-member ring. This is cyclooctatetraene, COT. So it has 8 pi electron and it obeys 4n rule. Hence it is anti-aromatic. Let's draw the Frost circle. Draw the circle. Inside this, one of the vertex should be pointed down. So 8 vertex is there. Count if you are having any doubt. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So draw the energy levels. Draw the horizontal line first. So this non-bonding orbital, the energy level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is anti-bonding molecular orbital and this is bonding molecular orbital. So three energy levels are each of the para degenerate levels. So these three levels are degeneracy. The above and below levels are highest level. So this is highest energy level and this is lowest energy level. So this is horizontal non-bonding orbital, bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. So cyclooctatetraene has 8 electrons. So fill the 8 electrons in this way. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. So this having 2 unpaired electrons in the non-bonding energy level, hence it should be aromatic, anti-aromatic. But this cyclooctatetraene escapes from the anti-aromaticity to non-aromatic by losing its shape. So after losing the shape, the compound becomes tub shape. So it loses its planarity. So it prefers to be like this tub shape, because to achieve the stability, the compound converted into non-planar form, that is tub shape. Hence this is non-aromatic. So this non-planar structure is proved through the X-ray analysis. Okay. So cyclooctatetraene is a non-planar structure. And if you take COT 2 minus and COT 2 plus. This is COT 2 minus and this is COT 2 plus. Both are having 6 pi electron. In Frost circle, so totally 1, 2, 3, 8 carbons. So 6, 7, 8. So if we have taken this is horizontal line, non-bonding molecular, bonding and anti-bonding. So both the system having 6 pi electrons. So if you put the electrons, so all are completely filled in bonding molecular orbital in 6 pi electron. So hence it is aromatic. So cyclooctatetraene, after losing 2 electrons or after gaining 2 electrons, it becomes aromatic. So cyclooctatetraene dienyl cation and cyclooctatetraene dienyl anion becomes aromatic after losing its electron and gaining the electrons. So hence this is about the Frost circle. So it's one of the trick to find the aromatic and anti-aromaticity in cyclic compounds. So this is about the last one in aromaticity, and then I will give some practice questions. If you like my video, please like, comment and share my videos for more updation. Okay, thank you.